Let me change this around a bit. There we go. So now my stream should be updated and everything. But yeah, maybe I'll just do some simple stuff with the mouse and keyboard. Quick question. Actually, I probably could just test it myself. Does the all-in-one actually change anything in the single player? Like, does any assets have to be like reduced or something for the mod to work? Auto aim off. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play through some of this with mouse and keyboard. Okay, perfect. I'll do this and then I'll play some fun multiplayer matches. So let me fix the audio because the audio sounds too low. There we go. Hopefully that sounds a bit better. And then let me check one more thing. There we go. They alerted 8 Dark Sims and Clock Town. Oh, hell yeah. 200% handicap, yeah. You know what I could do? I could extend the uncapped tick rate. Make that a little bit more fair for the AI. But yeah, I've never been too big into fighting the dark bots. They can be fun. They can be fun every now and then, but for me, I like just having like different varieties. I like the fact that Atari Dude in all of his preview videos always has like a whole random set of like different AI and like random weapon sets. I think that's a lot of fun. Oh yeah. The 1v1s are like nutty. Hey Atari, hope you're doing well today. I'm doing alright. I didn't plan on doing some Perfect Dark, but I was like, you know what, we've been talking about Perfect Dark, I'm kind of feeling it.
Help! Intruder! Security, help me!
I let him know because I was like, I know somebody who would like Perfect Dark.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Security, help me! Leave it! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
But yeah, I'm just doing some mouse and keyboard, playing around. I don't have my controller set up for it yet. So I was like, you know what, I think it would be fun.
I'm logging on now.
Use PR to fix the light glare rendering over the weapons. Okay. That's good to hear.
I'm in.
But glad to hear there's more stuff getting worked on and everything. I have some fun ideas for Perfect Dark in the future. I just gotta get around to doing it for some streams. Also, I love when you destroy these things, they just instantly fall over. So it was like a Family Guy animation. That would be kind of sick. Yeah, because like honestly, this could work. Yeah, because like being able to see up here would be really cool, and obviously having like these called out. Because like I noticed, a big problem when it comes to playing the multiplayer of this full level is, one, the AI gets stuck in the elevator, and two, it's just a little bit too all to really keep track of anything really going on. So I think having it like that would actually be pretty cool. Also, here's the level that I based my overlay on. Is I love the way the monitors look in this level.
What?
But yeah, I love the way these monitors look. It's not exactly one-to-one to it. To give the backdrop a little bit more, or the overlay a little bit more variety to it. But I really like how it turned out.
Intruder alert! Watch my back!
But this was always one of my favorite levels as a kid.
We program the cleaning part. It'll give you a way in.
This was the specific level that actually got me out of speedrunning the game, because I used to speedrun it for fun. Like, I never uploaded or anything, but I had my own personal like little speedrun things that I occasionally upload videos for. But I didn't really know or interact with anything from like the Elite or Speedrun.com and stuff. But when I found out that the laser skip became a thing, where you like frame perfect jump between the two lasers, I was like, that's way out of my skill level. I can't do that. Ironically, I didn't play all the missions either as a kid. Remember most of the map's layouts. And then lay them on. Oh, interesting.
Something is using a lot of power.
Yeah, for me, I played a ton of the campaign. To a point. Oh, I actually be able to do that. I've beaten this game with wireframe only. And I like memorized the game's level design that well.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
Please, just don't hurt me. Who the hell?
But yeah, I really love the campaign in this game. It's just such a wonderful little game. It's funny how short it is once you get into like speedrunning or just like playing through it after a handful of times. Also, did I complete this? Done experiments. Nope, I did not do the first two. Oh yeah, Counter Up is like unbelievably amazing. I wish more games had it.
What are you doing in my lab?
Shut down the explosion.
Stop shooting!
Poor man, done shot him in the arm. Yeah, for us, whenever we did play it, we didn't have anything like that. But we had a really big tube TV that we would use.
Any better? Help! Help! She's got a gun!
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's like a common thing that we were seeing during the tournament was people complaining that screen peeking is cheating, and it's like that's kind of like a core of like the game. Like there was a lot of people that were like, it's like, oh, like you shouldn't have radars on, and you shouldn't be able to see each other's screens. Like, but that's like the big thing about these multiplayer games is like seeing it, especially for like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, where it's just like seeing each other's screen is some very vital information. Like you can see where your shots land and everything like that. I think GoldenEye competitive would be way more defensive plays if you could not see each other's screen. And it's already a very defensive multiplayer game competitively as is.
Got to be nearby.
Understood.
So to have it even more would just, I think, make it not as interesting. Which considers two different modes. Oh, that's fair. My dad was always big into GoldenEye's multiplayer, but not really Perfect Darks. For the sole fact that my brother was an absolute beast with lining up the Farsight shots, and he always wanted to play with the Farsight. I'm 50-50 on it. I like being able to see each other's screen in the online. As it kind of like, especially now with how good NetPlay connection has gotten, it's kind of almost takes you back to like the couch multiplayer days. But at the same time, I don't like how small it is. It hurts my eyes. Like, my eyes are bad as is already, so I'm really having to squint to see the game.
Carol?
So having such a small screen to look at definitely is a bit rough. GoldenEye XBLA is a lot different. You can actually have the multiplayer screen as a single screen only if you want. You can either have it as a 4-way or a single way, and I really like having it as a single way. But yeah, it's two entirely different games almost. Been trying to see if there's anything local I can get done here in the city I live at. Sadly, the city I live in is very, like, modern. You don't really got people that are interested in anything retro. Nobody's really interested in, like, old media or at any sort. Which has been kind of a bummer. But I've been trying to see if there is anyone who actually may be interested in doing stuff, because I think it'd be fun to like to have a little get together for people who enjoy like old games. Let's see, emulator in 4K was split into 4 screens so everyone gets a. Oh, that's nice. Or he gets a 1080p resolution. That's nice. Should I activate this? One thing I would love for one day for the PC port to get is the FOV slider and the view model slider separated. Because I would love to have like the more normal view model style with the higher FOV. Get this? No, I did not.
We meet again, girl. Come,
Won't leave any bodyguards standing.
Don't keep the children. Get back to the landing.
I found him.
I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just mess around with a few. Oh shit. Maybe I'll just mess around with like a few. But I'll probably do the all-in-one after this.
Get her.
But yeah. Oh yeah, especially like they're still intimidating to this day because they're really good. They're really good at hitting their shots, especially in deep sea. Honestly, I think the hardest part about deep sea is the first room. Because it's just like you're front loaded with a shit ton of shotgunners that have very high health. And while you do got a shotgun with full ammo yourself, it's still kind of rough. Because it's like you got enemies that are very far away. At least for your shotgun range.
I get the wind generator back online to get power to the lower basement.
Oh yeah, especially the speed run. It can definitely be a very annoying level for speed running. It's very cool, but it's like
Joanna,
it could definitely be annoying.
we got hackers at the door. No, nothing.
Like shotgun satisfying when you use it right up to a character feels very powerful. Oh yeah. I think the campaign's version of the shotgun is significantly better than the multiplayer because it's like any pellet is an instant kill if it's a headshot, but in multiplayer obviously that's not the case. Hey, welcome in, Havoc. Good to see you. But yeah, I love the aesthetics, the sound, the animations, everything about the shotgun. But then when it comes down to the stats and like the actual usability, then I'm like, it's like, what the hell? Like, what is this thing? And it's a little baffling to me too that the double barrel, like the double blast, is more powerful than the single blast. Because it's like not only is it more accurate,
Sir, are you injured?
it's
No,
more
John,
powerful.
I'm okay. But those Datadyne thugs made me tell them where I'd hidden Dr. Carroll.
Oh, it's going
I
good
held
so
out for
far.
A few minutes more.
Originally, I didn't plan on streaming it today,
I should have
but I was like, you know what, I'm kind of feeling some Perfect Dark. Unfortunately, it is just mouse and keyboard right now. That's just how I have it set up. But mouse and keyboard's fun.
Base, we have an intruder. I heard a noise. They're here. Take the wallet.
But yeah, I hope you're doing well today. It's always a good time to play some Perfect Dark. Dude, keyboard and mouse is so much fun. People give it a lot of like flack, but it's generally like a fun time. But yeah, it just feels so wonderful. Oh, for sure. It's like, it definitely does make the game easier in a way, but it's just like if you're playing a game for fun, that's all that matters. For me, it doesn't matter if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, easiest difficulty, mouse, controller, as long as you're having fun. And personally, I really enjoy using like the mouse and keyboard. It's a lot of fun. Also, the way they have the mouse and keyboard support for Perfect Dark is really good. Like, the movement and the control over everything is just a lot of fun. I'm gonna take him out. I've been messing around doing this. There we go.
Reprogram that taxi. It's Mark
He's
2.
like, oh, I gotta go around and blow this up. Because like I've played Perfect Dark with a lot of different setups. I've actually played through the entirety of Perfect Dark on a wheel and gas pedals before. Just this game's very satisfying just to play in general.
Either of those blocked up doors will do as an escape route.
There's ammo here. I'll probably move on to the all-in-one after this mission, but you know I had to do some Chicago. It's just, the game's just so wonderful every way you play it. Give it to me. I'm gonna have to do the reprogrammer. Oh, the wheel and gas pedals was a lot of fun. It's very interesting. You essentially have to relearn how to play the whole game. So, it's definitely a fun time. Play keyboard only, it still is just as fun. Oh yeah, agreed. Like, I have gone bouts where I've played exclusively mouse and keyboard for like a good while, and it still remains fun. It's like, obviously, like, things do get a little easier and stuff, but I'm here to have a fun time. Waiting for this bot to get into a car crash. Oh, absolutely. I actually got a new wheel and gas pedals recently as well. I kind of want to try out at some point with it. The problem is, this specific wheel and gas pedals is registered as unknown through through the RAFnet adapter. So I've got no luck in getting it to actually properly. Oh my god. I've got no way to properly get it to run on, like, RAFnet, sadly. However, I can just play it on, like, the original console itself.
Car park is your only point of ingress.
Oh yeah, same. I messed up with the moving the dumpster, so that was on me. I was like, shit, I'm stuck with this now. Okay, let's do some combat simulator. So, in case for anyone who's not seen this, this is the all-in-one mod. This is a genuinely phenomenal mod for the PC port, where it has all of the solar missions, all of the extra levels that have been created throughout GoldenEye and Perfect Dark's history. Now, not all of them yet, but a good amount of them. This is genuinely a phenomenally cool mod. I am so glad it exists, because there's so many mods and so many maps that have gotten lost to time, or are just like one-offs that kind of make it hard to essentially sit down with somebody and play. So the fact that we have almost everything being able to be made for this is genuinely phenomenal. Could actually do also the random tool is awesome as well. You can have it random solo, multi, GoldenEye X, or random. I'm just gonna do full random. Let me just do full random on here. Also, what's awesome too is you can select any weapon. So usually I'm not too big of a fan of having explosives when I play against bots, because they just always prioritize it, and then everything just becomes a bomb fest. Actually, keep that. So I'll get rid of these. Probably get rid of the rocket launchers and stuff like that. Probably add the Super Dragon back in, but there is just a lot of times where it can be a little nasty. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me, because I skipped right over it thinking about the other stuff. But yeah, this is genuinely cool. This is something I always wanted when I was a kid. The fact that you can just toggle things is so cool. I love it. And then you can select what types you want as well, which is really awesome. Auto random start. Let me go back and hit random again. There we go. I'll do this. Control, auto aim, turn that off. Paintball, turn that on. Head roll off. Oh yeah, agreed. It's very annoying. Did I actually turn that off? I may not have. Hook weapons. Nothing off. Disabled. Thank you for reminding me with that too. Get that. There we go. Now we can do some random music. Multiple tunes. Leave all of them on for now. Limits. Let me do like 30 points, I'd say. At least to start off. Let me read these real quick. Don't mind them. They're more of a nuisance if you don't know what they actually do and how they differ. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely interesting how they have it designed. Also gonna do the start armed because I think start armed is really cool. Also, the fact that there's no doors option too is sick. I love that. Auto aim, fast movement. I also love doing fast movement in my matches as well. I'm gonna turn that on for now. Do some simulants. Yeah, I love the fact that there's a no doors thing. Yeah, just leave that normal for now. Oh, maybe I'll change it. Oops, shit. There we go. Interesting. It was inspired by did the Kakariko mod originally have like that setting for it, or like was it just too big of a map to have like the doors on for you? There's a setup with no doors. Oh, okay, interesting. Ooh, I'm too busy looking at chat. Or put it on one about a lot more work. Yeah, that's very understandable. I'm glad that there is the fact that the no doors thing was added. It's a nice little variety. It certainly makes caverns more enjoyable. Ooh, tranquilizer. I'll be taking that. Also, the no drug blur is wonderful. I love that feature so much. Dude, those cavern doors are cursed. Ares loves those doors to death, and it's just like, oh my god, they're evil, they're diabolical. Ooh, club. We need to have customizable skies. Oh yeah, that would be sick. That would be wonderful. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'd actually never played this map before until fairly recently. I never even knew it existed. It's a nice little arena. It almost kind of reminds me of like a Quake map. Oh, I'm taking that. I think something that'd be really exciting is one day getting like the GoldenEye X weapons in here. That and like possibly any other weapons that people make too. Because I know there's been a lot of people cooking with the Twine weapons. They've been getting them like ported over and stuff. Yeah, I didn't even know this map had came from Goldfinger. I didn't really play the multiplayer whatsoever. It's funny because normally like you obviously don't have these drop downs because GoldenEye's engine, but it actually works really well. It almost feels like this was meant for a Perfect Dark map. Die on this next shot. Ooh, almost. Good thing it was a club and not something useful. Yeah, agreed. It's definitely a change I love that Perfect Dark added. Ooh, got me in the back of the head. I've always been so used to the Perfect Dark multiplayer that, like, going into the GoldenEye, it really messed me up because I just kept, like, running towards the edge thinking I could fall off, and it's like, oh, shit, I can't. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, it's like, at least the GoldenEye maps are, like, clearly meant for, the levels it's made with. Like, it doesn't have, like, something like Villa, for example, as, like, a primary, like, original GoldenEye release map. I think really, like, the most, what's it called? Vertical map would be, like, caves, or, like, hell, like, something like, library. Then they're not even really that, vertical. Ooh. Crash site. No. The caves map in this, the one, I think it's Rec that made it, right? Rec's version of caves is so much better in this. I like Rec's version of caves so much more, and his version of Stack so much more in Perfect Dark than GoldenEye. Also, cruising around with these has been so much fun. I love the fact that these are added in some of the maps. Ooh, what did I just get? What weapons up? Ooh, gold magnums. Hell yeah. Yeah, same. I think me and his AI swapped around. That or he was hitting this. Ooh, I looked over at chat because I just saw a spam bot appear. I'm so happy. I cannot begin to state how happy I am that the fact that this Sari bot just catches spam bots. It's wonderful. Because I was having that issue for a while. It wasn't something that was like annoying, but it was definitely something. It's like I don't want anyone to have to see that in chat. So I'm glad the fact it just catches that. Oh yeah, absolutely. They never aim for the head. You can cheese them really good in, I believe, like Villa and like Ravine and stuff like that if you properly position yourself right. Which is wonderful. Oh no, you're good. It actually was able to help me see the message because the spam bot blocked the thing. But yeah, I love that. It almost adds a little bit to like the encounters. Imagine if there was ever like a mod for this that lets the Sims be smarter too, that like let them aim for headshots and shit. Holy hell. Like advanced Sims. Comment so nice you had to read it twice. I appreciate this guy trying to reach with the laser, of all things. Comment of the month, yeah. Hey, welcome in, Crow. Hope you're doing well today. And this, while Crashlight is a little big for this type of multiplayer, I think if we had a custom limit for bots, I think this map would be sick. That bot was clearly riding a bike. All my shots hit it. I'm doing pretty alright. I ended up doing some more of the Turok stream. But I was just getting very lost in what to do, and I thought it would be not that interesting to just be kind of, ooh, he got me, to be walking in circles, so I did swap over to Perfect Dark. But good news is it didn't have any audio issues, so I can stream my normal games again with no issues, which is really wonderful. Also, this is always my favorite little area in the level when I was a kid. There's something really cool about it. Like, nothing's ever really used here besides Elvis. There's a whole wide space, and then just a bunch of random trees, like right here. Oh yeah, for sure. Like this whole thing, I think this specific area is actually a multiplayer level in the Perfect Dark Weather mod. I think it's just called UFO or some shit like that. And what it is it's this map, just exclusively this area, and then a giant UFO. And then I think it's also snowing or raining or something like that. He made it that like every map had rain. Datadyne's defection level was actually kind of interesting. The Lucerne, oh my god. The Lucerne Towers was actually kind of interesting because he added teleporters to it. And you could actually spawn on the rooftops of the other skyscrapers. Man, all that travel for nothing. But the Lucerne Towers had teleporters, but what kind of sucked is like every weapon was just loaded in on the skyscrapers, so if you spawned in there, you could just get every single weapon. You know what? Go gadget gun. Ooh. Yeah, it's so weird. And then there's a few other levels too. Like, they're cool concepts. It's like you get to play on the Air Force One, but it's got some funky geometry, and you can clip through stuff and things like that. I think, what was it, Villa? They made Villa rain as well. Because Villa and Lucerne Towers aren't meant for rain, so the rain actually goes through the maps. I don't like how the Sims have infinite length with the laser stream. Yeah, agreed. Ooh. Here we go. Ah, okay. 18. Oop, I see you. I'm not fully sure what I want my next video to be, but it could either be like the laptop gun or like the MagSec or something like that. I've just kind of put the video stuff on the back burner for the moment. I kind of burnt myself out on doing so much video editing in such a short amount of time. But they were definitely fun little series to do. Weird, I wonder if it was on purpose. I think it's probably like a bug. It's probably got to do with something. Hey, welcome in, Merc. You like Torok? I recognize this map. This is from GoldenEye X. For those who don't know, the reason why it's textureless, or it's technically textured, but it's all one texture, is because the map's not finished. They got the whole level design done and ready, and imported into the map to get, like, I guess essentially all of the stand tiles and stuff like that worked on. But it's not actually been completed as, like, textures yet. I'm not sure if they're ever going to do it. I'm not too sure on how that's going to be. But that's why it's very, very bland looking. I like pooping. That's nice, buddy. But yeah, it's good seeing you, Merc. Good news. Thanks to you. My streaming stuff completely works with, like, Torok and everything. I know we did the test stream. I know we did the test stream the other week. But now that I just did a full-on stream myself, because you know how it is. I'll test something over and over, and it just will work fine. And then I go to actually execute, and then it'll give me the shits. It actually completely worked fine. Now, there's a second problem of Torok being miserable to play through, map-wise, so I ended up swapping. But I am glad that it fully works. Ooh, good shot. I actually like the minimalized appearance of the map, make it feel like an underground cartel tunnel. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sure fully what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be some sort of facility. This is where Saddam Hussein's bunker is. Ooh, good shot. Yeah, you did a good Merc. Goldfinger, I think it was a mission. Oh yeah, it's like, I can't remember exactly what it is. Question that's really dumb for you on Atari. It's been a while. Does All-in-One have the option to randomize simulant skins? That would be an Atari thing. I think it would be cool to have added. Oh, I got second. Damn. Turtle Sim was cooking. Hell yeah. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think they have the ability to. But I think that would be really fun to have at some point. That and having random simulants added. So you can instantly like pop up a full server essentially. Oh, I got some base ravine. The feature's been discussed in some way but hasn't been implemented. I wonder how many things we are gonna see in like the PC port's lifetime with stuff, because like imagine like with how much stuff is coming to the PC port and mods this year, there's probably gonna be things that we've never even thought of before getting added. Brainstorm an idea where there would be an extra menu for each sim on a per sim basis. There'd be extra options of auto random on the skims. That would be cool. This turtle sim is a little bit of a nuisance. He's good. We'd randomize the models and then name them the name of the body like blind sim. Oh, that would be cool. The streamer mode sims. Yeah, they got their OBS up. The Discord's hidden their difficulty. Ooh, RCP. No wonder I was getting smoked. Add rename sims one day, or is added someday. Yeah, that, like, I wonder, like, with how many people are doing stuff for the single player this year, currently, there's got to be some, like, new people that we're gonna start seeing, like, dabbling with new ideas. Always hated changing their skins and trying to randomize them, changing their names, so I didn't know who they was, or who was who. I preset saved and I cycled between them to keep it more random. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like full randomizer mode. Hell, that could even be just its own setting in its own, like just full randomizer. Like everything's set to random. And then maybe you can go in and swap, or like, similar to the weapon random and stuff. Toggle what gets randomized. I personally really like Ravine. It's essentially their Citadel map. It's their test map for the multiplayer. Once you kind of learn that this map is what they use to test all the different mechanics and stuff, it makes a lot more sense. You got like your see-through terrain, your little mini half walls, your moving elevators, and it's very tall and just wide. Because like a lot of test maps are always just wide. So it's really cool. I like the fact that they kept it in. That, you know, they probably sat there and were like, well, we didn't keep like Citadel in, like, do we keep this map in? And I'm glad they did. It's a very unique map compared to the rest, I think. Also, I'll read the comments just a second. Oh wait, let me actually snooze this. Snooze the ad break real quick. Let's see. But not hard to implement actually. Renaming may be a bit of a pain in the ass. Neat map, I like it. It would be cool to have like more things being able to be saved too. I think that would be cool. You need to index the models. If you instead had a random array of nouns instead, it might be simpler. And Everdeen was a test map. Interesting. I really like PD's map styles a lot more than GoldenEye's. Yeah, same. I really like how unique every level is. There is obviously some bad levels, but I like the fact that even like the less enjoyable levels are still like unique. Took me 15 years to enjoy Car Park, while defend it. I like how much variety this map has. There is so many different unique rooms that there is spots that are kind of hard to remember where they're at, but they're all so unique that it's easy to remember. It's just like, oh, this specific room, I know where that's it, or where that is. Oh, this specific hallway, I know where that's at. But yeah, this is their first map they worked on for the multiplayer. Just like how Chicago is their first map they worked on too. Like, you can tell that like really threw everything that they wanted the multiplayer to have in this level, except probably like doors, but like they probably already had doors like worked on from GoldenEye, so it was easy. Ooh, G5 building. But yeah, it's really good for landmarks. I think Chicago honestly should have been ooh, good shot. I think Chicago should have been a multiplayer level if they included one campaign level. Chicago's just really small and really, really good. Ooh, I can see this being a running thing in this. People say, especially GoldenEye folks, don't really like ruins. It depends for me. Do I like it as like a map itself? Not fully, but I really like that it's very unique. I like the fact that there's no other levels that are like it. It really does make you feel like you are playing in a ruins of a level. Ooh, I'm looking at chat. Fuck. As a child who wants to kind of like roleplay, oh god, who wants to roleplay playing different scenarios and stuff like that, it's like genuinely awesome. Like an unconventional style map. But if you were to play it for like something like competitive, or like doing a 1v1 or something like that, then it's obviously not going to be the greatest. But if you're like a kid and you like are like playing the multiplayer levels as like your own little fan or your own little fun campaign levels and stuff, it's genuinely top tier. I loved playing on it as like messing around when I was a kid. Now, against bots, the bots are kind of putrid. Because the bots, they can just clip through some geometry, and then they can just open doors with a single input. I have a feeling this crossbow is going to be kind of miserable. There we go. Yeah, crossbow starting off is going to be miserable. Ooh, PP7. Yeah, tiniest map. Something I would love to see if whenever new weapons get added is both the GoldenEye weapons and the GoldenEye X weapons added in to give just even more variety. 51 anything hellish. I wonder how this map would fare being pieced apart like Library from GoldenEye, where you got like infiltration, rescue, and escape as their own areas. It looks like that area I think is locked off. I think I'm actually on the lower level. What am I at? Yeah, I'm on the lower level. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll go up in the facility area. Ooh. Well, maybe he'll take me to the facility area. The ability to deselect weapons from the random map draw will be added someday. Yeah. Ooh, got more. I think these are all classic weapons. Yeah. Huh. I don't think I accidentally pressed that. Maybe I did. Yeah. Nope, nope, there's some more weapons. Ooh. I just want to import weapons over to do a demake. Aw, that would be sick. There's so many weapons I would love to have added to, like, these games, but just, like, I barely know how the action blocks work. I would never know where to even begin with that shit. Does this actually open this way? Huh. Now let me read this real quick. I'm gonna use it to edit models for printing, but any creation. Nope. It was definitely more difficult to add to the PC port. Maps and characters are easier. Yeah, that's very understandable. Seeing how much Rex struggled with just the base Perfect Dark as is with the weapons, it definitely makes sense. Ooh, okay. So it has been something that has been, like, conceptualized at the least. But yeah, knowing how miserable it is to add anything new into GoldenEye, at least on my knowledge for that game, I can only imagine how much of a pain it would be for Perfect Dark. Characters and maps also give you more bang for your buck. Yeah, understandable. Because Perfect Dark's already got a shit ton of weapons as is. Yeah, 81 maps is wild. Ooh. Turtle Sim, holy shit. Swear to God, the Tranquilizer has been in nearly every single one of these rotations, so I may take it out as well. Good luck seeing Chuckle Nuts. Oh, I heard that. Have Elvis spin. Spin! One of my favorite things about some of the earlier versions of the Perfect Dark PC port was you could launch objects. If you were to flick your mouse, it like absolutely launches them like across the map. Kind of like that. Some of the crates did it really well. And I used to sit and I would play catch with one of the boxes in Area 51. Honestly, I couldn't imagine go back to N64 now playing all in one. Yeah. After playing with such like high frame rates and everything like that, like I really enjoy the PC port more. I think so, yeah. It was such a fun bug though. I loved it. It was so silly. You could just like launch those crates as fast as humanly possible. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see that the campaign was still intact. Hope I see him coming. Because it just makes it so much easier. Plus, with some of the extra features and stuff added too, you don't really have to worry about like having two separate versions of the PC port that you got to worry about updating at the same time. I bet Turtle Sim has this. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh yeah, dude, this map's so massive. Change out some of these guys. Not funny to have a rocket sim and there's no rockets. Speed sim. Do one more. I'll just do a normal sim. And then where is it? Weapons. Select weapons. Take this out. I feel like the RCP has appeared a lot of times, and the tranquilizers appeared, and the neutron bomb. I've done that. Select it again. This map will always break for me, so when I try to make it smaller. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Ooh, good shots. I know this map is very broken if you edit it in the editor whatsoever. It's kind of putrid. It will completely break the railing, the elevators, and pretty much like a ton of little extra assets in it. So that could be why. Yeah, this map's really nice. It's interesting that there's so little weapons in this game that actually have bullet penetration. Ooh, good shots. Oh yeah, absolutely, Atari. This is genuinely like a wonderful mod. And then when you release that that upcoming update, I'll definitely be playing it some more too. But yeah, I appreciate you like chatting with me and showing me some of this stuff behind the scenes being made and everything like that. You all have done some genuinely amazing work when it comes to all of this. That dragon explode yet? Yeah, I think it did. Starting to kind of get back into my Perfect Dark kit as well. So I really want to do like a bunch of stuff with it. But as I've talked about before, there's some reasons why I haven't really done too much with it. But that being said, I genuinely love this game to death. What are we getting this time? I'm going to predict bunker. Thanks, appreciate it. I'm still always really thankful the amazing community's made all this stuff to begin with. Oh yeah, one day I'm gonna get around to getting the maps made so I can contribute to as a little bit of a thank you for the community and for all you've done to get this, all you and everyone else who's worked on it, to get this to the state it is. Yeah, because, like, even Zika, to an extent, has been a little inspired to do mods because of, like, all the multiplayer support. And it's inspired me to make levels, too. Because, like, I've talked about it, but the GoldenEye maps, Oh, this is Grand Library from Eternally Ares. Awesome, dude. The maps I'm making for GoldenEye, I intend, like, first off, to have, like, with GoldenEye, we got more net play with it, and if it gets to added something like Rex Tournament mod, we get more maps to play with online, and then I can reverse that and then have it ported over to, like, this in Perfect Dark. That way there's more things to play with the bots. This is one of Zika's or not Zika, Ares. This is one of Ares' first, like, actual big maps in a very long time. He's done a few maps in the past. He's ported over some maps. I think he ported over Sewers at one point in GoldenEye. Sewers is actually his favorite level, if I recall. But he ported over stuff like Sewers, a few other levels from Perfect Dark, and he worked on a few other levels and added some fun things to single player levels for the multiplayer. And he also made this giant Super Mario themed level as well. That's what I say. Like, Sewers of all things. But you know what? His favorite level in GoldenEye is also Caverns, so I don't expect anything less from him. Fun fact, he is also one of the only 1.4 control scheme players as well. And he's a beast with it. But Ares is a genuinely wonderful dude. I'm genuinely glad I've gotten to meet him and a lot of other people in these communities in the last year. As well as, like, everyone else here. Like, I wouldn't have known so many people here if I didn't dip my feet in the water and actually start interacting with the community. Ooh, RCP-90. Fun fact about the RCP-90, on top of, like, the AR-53 and stuff like that, is the fact that all of the stats for their weapons are changed. They fire slower than GoldenEye. They don't have any penetration. GoldenEye, the RCP-90, and the AR-53 or AR-33 have penetration. And and that's been changed. Holy shit! Spin the wheel. So not only is their speed changed, but they no longer have the GoldenEye muzzle flash effect, which is the most obvious thing to point out. However, the damage stat actually remains intact. The RCP-90 in Perfect Dark is the highest damaging normal weapon in the game. I think the only thing that out-damages it, I believe, is the Magnum, which I think is 2. Yeah, dude, Atari, the RCP-90 in base GoldenEye is nutty. And, like, you have to count, too, that the RCP-90 has such a high damage stat because it's working with GoldenEye's invincibility frames. So if you get hit, you're essentially taking 2 bars of damage per shot. And if you get a headshot, it's essentially just an instant kill. Pair that with the fact it's even faster. It's dual wieldable like every other weapon, and it has penetration. It's the best weapon in GoldenEye. That's like the normal weapons. In fact, you could dual wield RCP-40s in PD is already pretty silly. Yeah, like it's wild. And like they never, it's funny because every other stat has changed. Every other stat for GoldenEye's weapons is completely changed. Speaking of GoldenEye, control. The fact that they kept the damage of all things is just wild. This is a pretty fun map for multiplayer too, I'll say. Ooh, my voice is giving out a bit. Ooh, shit. Teach me to look at chat. But yeah, of all things to not go change, is their damage outputs. Cause originally, I think we traded. Originally, the AR-53 or the AR-33 and the RCP-90 or the RCP-45, we were penetration weapons. And also, fun fact regarding the Klob. The Klob isn't actually like a fully automatic weapon, it's semi-auto. So, like the pistols, like the other pistols, as fast as you pull or press the trigger, will fire the weapon as fast as you pull it. So you can actually, if you have like a turbo, you can nearly triple its fire rate. Ooh. But because it automatically shoots, people suspect it's like, oh, that's just how fast it goes. No, it can go significantly faster. It's still terrible though, but you can at least fire it like an absolute beast. But if you have, you know, turbo or like just really, really good fingers, I guess. Ooh, dragon. I'll be taking that. Ooh, love the Falcon 2s. The Falcon 2s were such a fun video to make on, by the way. Because it's just so cool because they all have their own unique reload animations. Every single one of them. Like, it's just wild that a game like this has unique animations for 3 of the exact same pistols. 11 PD can be deadly with no iframes. Yeah. Like, the Klob's a sleeper. Like, if you're not expecting it, like, dual Klobs in this can absolutely, take you out. I don't know what I would say the worst weapon objectively would be, because they're all decent. The worst normal standard weapon, I would probably say, I don't know, maybe like, yeah, the laser for sure. The laser's definitely. But I'd probably say the worst normal standard weapon could be something like, I don't know, the MagSec. But even then, the MagSec's pretty good up close. It also has the highest knockback stat in all the weapons. Even though the knockback stat doesn't really matter for shit, it's just as like an aesthetic thing. That is what the MagSec is unique for. Yeah, that's very fair. What I like the AR-34 more for aesthetic than I do for actually using it. My favorite thing too is I believe the AR-34 is the lowest damaging weapon, I think, out of the assault rifles. Oh, I had to double check. But it's either the highest or it's the lowest. I think it's the lowest. But the one thing that's going for it is the fact that it has a fast swap animation. Yeah, the AR-34 has the worst spread of all the weapons. Actually, let me just pull it up. I have everything documented. Let me see here. So the AR-34 has a 1.39 damage, where the K7 Avenger has a 1.5. And then the Dragon has a 1.1, Super Dragon a 1.2. But it has the worst accuracy out of all of them. All the other assault rifles have a -6, or a 6 for inaccuracy, where the AR-34 has an 8 for inaccuracy. It doesn't even have the fastest reload times ever, or as well. So it's kind of bad in a lot of ways. It's slightly faster than the Dragon line, but I think it should have had something like bullet penetration. I think a bullet penetration would have been a good balance for it. Like, just give it something. The one positive, though... Also, I didn't get Bunker last level. Rip. I'm getting the AR-33 a lot. I'm going to swap that one out next time. Ooh, speaking of... Oh, yeah. The one upside it has is it has no unequip animation. The K7 Avenger has an unequip animation, and it's one of the fastest or one of the slowest animations in the game. That's why it takes so long to quick swap the K7. It's not really worth swapping back to the K7 because it has its own unique intro animation and outro animation. That's also a weapon I tackled in the video, and I had a blast tackling that one. Yeah, let me do the AR-34 since I was just talking about it. But when it comes to the aesthetic, as a child, the AR-34 was one of my favorite weapons. But I also really, really love the FAMAS line, thanks to the AR-34. Something interesting as well, going through the animations and stuff for the game, I almost wonder at one point if you were supposed to get a one-handed weapon. Because the way she handles the weapon, it reloads more like a CMP 150 if I'm being honest. In the intro animation for Carrington Institute Defense, she reloads it by the pistol grip on it. And as we know, they've clearly put effort into making animations look functional to their actual weapon counterparts. So I think at one point it got changed around. And then also at one point, the AR-34 was supposed to be different. Looking at the actual like files and stuff, it has its own separate weapon stats for it. And obviously, I don't think it was properly tweaked, but if I recall, it had bullet penetration, and it actually had 2 for its damage. Also, let's see. Let me read your comments real quick. AR-34 had potential. Let me actually pull this up. In the context of PD, if the AR-34 had penetration, that would actually work. Yeah, like, I think it would be a lot better. Would definitely make it more unique. Because, like, there's only 4 weapons in the game that have bullet pen. Carrington Institute lost the data design and weapon design compartment. Yeah, that's fair. One thing I don't really agree with the design of GPD, though, the auto reload thing. Yeah, it's fair. Should be like an Apex, yeah. It's definitely an interesting oversight. I have a feeling it was probably left in because that's just too much for the game to keep in check at all times. I can only imagine how much of a pain it was to get all the textures for the weapons loaded in when you would swap, as is. Let's see. We've been getting a bunch of AR-53. That'd be a cool thing to see as a option, like a toggle too. Seeing a lot of this Falcon 2 scope. Also, we've already seen that level. That would be a cool option to see. Make an appearance is like being able to disable the auto reload. But yeah, aesthetically, the AR-34 I'd probably still say is definitely one of my favorite weapons. It ended up being one of the weapons I didn't remake, though, when I redesigned the weapons for an art project I made. Just because I was like, how do I remake just a FAMAS? It would just automatically just look like a standard FAMAS, and I'm like, I don't think I could make this work. I don't think I could make it interesting enough. Like, I could maybe add a scope to it, but like, that's still just a FAMAS with a scope. You take care, Raph. It's good chatting with you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I don't know what my favorite weapon would fully be in this. I personally really like the Dragon because it's got a built-in proxy mine, and as Merc and like Adzi would know, I really like proxies. Ooh, good shots. I think my favorite classic weapon to make an appearance in this, though, is the CC-13. I remember being so sad because you need all the pistols in order to unlock it. And, I never knew, like, mind you too, I'm like, this is before like me being 10. I didn't know that you could punch the gold magnum out of Trent's hands. I also never beat the game fully to Special Agent at that point. So something like that was just like, I had no idea that you could get it in Mayan SOS. Ooh, being a turnaround. Ooh. I think what my favorite could be. Like, there's genuinely so many amazing looking weapons in this game. Definitely say my least favorite's probably the laser. Out of the crossbow. I think the crossbow is a very, very cool design, but I hate the projectile trajectory of the crossbow. I remember being in kindergarten, I'd been playing Perfect Dark a couple years at this point, and I was really happy I got a new map by doing challenges. Yeah, I remember because like my brothers had a save file that I would use for stuff, but like they didn't have like all the challenges and stuff done. Like, I don't think this was like a completed save. I think they just had their normal saves on like their mem pack or something, but they had left one. Actually, I think they left 3. They left 3 saves in the cartridge itself, and most of the stuff was unlocked. But at the time, I didn't have like the instruction manual or anything like that, and I didn't really do the challenges because I just never liked the challenges my entire life. I've never liked them. And I remember just being like, oh, I'll check them out, I guess. Like, I'll play through what I can. And I think I got our part, I think. And I just went like, oh shit, these unlock levels. Oh my god. I used copy in like 2007. Yeah, so I don't know if I fully talked about to you how I played Perfect Dark. One of the first games I ever played was GoldenEye, and I was super into GoldenEye. Like, I'd also had a completed save as well from my dad. He was really big into GoldenEye. It's one of his favorite games. But at the age of, I want to say like 4 or 5 years old, it got stolen from us. And I just remember being like really sad and shit like that, because I went like a year or 2 without ever like playing anything like it again. And then my dad had most of the N64 games from my brothers, and he had Perfect Dark specifically in a little nightstand that was hidden away, so I wouldn't see it and play it because it's rated M. And I remember like begging him to be able to play it, and he was just like, no, like, rated M, it's got blood, it's got swearing, stuff like that. And it was my brothers that was actually able to convince him, because they were like, hey, by the way, you can disable all that. You can turn on paintball, and you can turn on, or you can turn off like swearing and stuff like that. And that's how I was able to play Perfect Dark. I think this would have been around like 2005, I think. 2005 or 2004. And I was so happy. Like, I remember still the first time playing through it. Like, I never really played through the campaign fully. I just open up levels and mess around. Ooh, Skedar Ruins. But I just remember being so blown away. And in fact, they also had GoldenEye weapons too, so it was like, I was able to kind of re-experience a little bit of GoldenEye. But then obviously I kind of fell out of liking GoldenEye as much, and I was like, fucking love Perfect Dark. It's like, holy shit, Perfect Dark's just like so wonderful. I've still never bought a copy of GoldenEye to this day. They're kind of just expensive. I had one offered for like 25 bucks a few years ago. Honestly, I should have took it, but at the time, like, I was working minimum wage, and minimum wage sucked. So I wasn't able to really splurge on stuff like that. But that's like over a decade ago at this point. Also, let me check this real quick. Visual design of Perfect Dark maps. Oh yeah, they're wonderful. They're like unbelievably beautiful. Whereas my dad wanted me to play a game when I was 4 because he loved the game from his time playing with his friends in 2000. That's fun. He did use paintball mode early on though. I bought GoldenEye as a kid and was disappointed. That had none of what. Yeah, that's fair. Oops, I did not. Oops, there we go. Yeah, because like GoldenEye had so many things that like Perfect Dark ended up having as well, like the DK mode and stuff like that. Plus there was like extra cheats and everything too on top of that. I also unfortunately did not have the manuals for like any N64 game besides Super Smash Bros. 64. Oh, there we go. I like this little hidey spot. I see you. Sap. But yeah, it's definitely a funky difference once you've played like so much Perfect Dark and then you go back to GoldenEye and just realize like GoldenEye's great for what it is, but like while I like GoldenEye, I really love Perfect Dark. Ooh, he got me with one shot. Damn. I think it's the same guy I killed by doing the walk through the ladder. So you know what? Good on him. Also fitting, we got the Reaper for Skedar Ruins. But yeah, I spent so much time in Perfect Dark. I literally did a full guided walkthrough notebook when I was like 10 on the game. And like had noted like little exploit things or like little cheeses you could do and everything like that. And I remember my dad being like, why can't you do this in school? I'm like, I don't like school. I like Perfect Dark. The only thing I would really say for me that GoldenEye has a one-up on is regarding just how simple it is to set up a match for multiplayer. Perfect Dark does have its presets and stuff too, but to GoldenEye's benefit and downside, it's just so easy just to create a match in GoldenEye. It's an easy plug and play. Oh yeah, absolutely, that too. But just the fact that like it's just an easy like plug and play. Like if I am to play a multiplayer game locally with a friend, I'm going to pick GoldenEye over Perfect Dark. Because like having a preset for Perfect Dark's nice until you want to do like another preset of weapons, and then it's just like, well, shit. But yeah, that I fully believe that's one of the only things I would prefer GoldenEye for. Everything else I'd prefer Perfect Dark for. If I just want to like chill, have a few drinks with friends, and just plug and play something, it would be GoldenEye. But if I'm like looking to do like anything else, it would probably be Perfect Dark. I think that'd be cool. That would actually fix one of my biggest complaints. I think if you could have a thing where you set presets, and like obviously there is presetted stuff too, but then you have to set up the bots. If you could have like, I don't know, maybe Lab Out being like, oh, I don't know, different speed sims or something like that, and you get a mix of speed and turtle sims, or like a variety where it's just a preset of just a random set of bots, or like an all dark sims preset. I think that could really work out. And then you could even have multiple tabs too, so it's just like all dark sims times 4, all dark sims times 8, something like that. I think that would be a cool thing. And then the custom weapons preset. But I think if I had to pick any of the presets, it would be the sim one. I think the sim one would probably be like the best option. Let's see what we get now. Ooh. This is from, I believe, it's either Banjo-Tooie or it's from Conker. I could be entirely wrong. It could be from Jet Force Gemini. Ooh, Farsight. Ooh, that's stinky. Banjo-Tooie. Okay, I thought so. It rings Banjo-Tooie vibes to me. Jet Force is way more convoluted, and Conker is way more, I don't know how you'd say it, probably like almost sandboxy. Some of the Conker levels remind me of Halo 1's maps. But I love the fact that we have some wacky, like, other game maps in here, too. War Colors is from Conker. Palfret Ruins. Yeah, I remember that. Palfret Ruins is actually a really cool map. But I know Banjo-Kazooie's maps are very doomy because of the fact that you are essentially just aiming up and down, or not, like moving forward and back, I should say. There's not really any real aiming. Was. Don't miss. This is a little cathartic after having that Area 51 map go on for very long. If you want a fun fact as well, the DY357XL actually does more damage technically than the Farsight. But the Farsight's damage output is actually very funky, all things considered. So it's still technically the more powerful one. But since there is a hard cap of essentially your shield or your health damage, it's reflected off of that. The Farsight has a damage of 100, similar to the Golden Gun. But the DY357XL has a good shot, has a damage output of 200. Oh, so this is such a good song. I love this song so much. Good shot there. Missed. Fired, missed. Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of feel that with a lot of Banjo-Kazooie maps. This map is actually really fun in Banjo-Tooie. But just the fact that Banjo-Tooie is very linear with its shooter segments, it makes sense why it's kind of just an okay map. It's more GoldenEye than Perfect Dark, despite it being really big. I'd say if this map was shrunk down maybe a little bit, it could do well in GoldenEye. But also with the way these corners are, it may be a little funky with the portaling for GoldenEye. Alright, let's see what we get. Bunker? Let's do some new maps. Or not. There we go. Runway. I think this is Rex Runway. Yep, it is. Rec added some really cool changes to it. Like this door. This door is not in base. You can't go back here whatsoever. Also a sniper rifle. Ooh. A sniper rifle of all guns to get for your starting weapon. That's wonderful. Alright. Like, no, we're going pipes. I like that that guy could have easily shot me, but he's like, nope. Yeah, I think it works well having the extra crates and stuff. Because it gives you way more cover. That is a change I actually really appreciate having in this map itself. There's another change that Rex done as well, because you can't implement a tank, at least currently. You can't implement a tank into this level. So what he's done is this little room in here actually opens up. that room right there that just opened is unique to this. But Rec added some really fun little things. Oh, here it is. Speaking of the room. Rec added some really, really fun ideas to the GoldenEye levels. Like, the fact that Bunker has a usable bathroom, whereas the base GoldenEye map, there is no bathroom. Also, speaking of, have you ever seen the Rickroll Eye mod, Atari? There is a custom facility map in there. Johnny Thunder made it. I think it may do really good for a multiplayer map. It adds a second bathroom to it, and it adds extra hallways that wrap around, that make the map actually not be like one-sided. It actually circles back around into... Holy shit, my ears. It circles back into itself. I think that would be a pretty fun map to have implemented. Can't remember if there's any other levels that were changed, but I know that was one of them. It's honestly a really good version of Facility, and it's funny too because it's in the meme mod of all things. Yeah, agreed. Rec actually has that as a feature in his all-in-one mod. It's not called all-in-one, but it's Rec's tournament mod. It's got, I think, like... I don't remember how many levels it's got at this point. I think it has up to 50, I think? It's either 40 or 50. It's a toggleable cheat. So what happens is when you toggle add the what's it called? Add the bridge back in Complex, like Golden or Perfect Dark. It automatically toggles it and adds it to the map. That's how he was able to work around it. I don't know how doable something like that could be, but I think that would be a really good way if it's possible to do that. And then you could easily have it just like toggled in like how you have like the start armed and stuff menus. Let's see what we're getting. Still rooting Bunker. Oh my god, twice in a row. Ooh, okay, Egyptian. But yeah, if that ends up being something that could be worked on, that would be really cool, because then you could have like multiple setups and stuff. Like the Kakariko with doors versus no doors, for example. Because I don't know how Rec does his mod. It's really impressive. It's not implemented the way most mods are worked on. Ooh. Also, starting with a sniper rifle again, damn. It's so impressive. It's really cool because it's the only mod that people play through like most of the year when they play GoldenEye. So like it constantly gets like new updates and stuff like that. Dude, it's impressive. It's genuinely impressive because it's just like he's fit so much stuff in GoldenEye of all things, and that game's got harder limitations than Perfect Dark when it comes to adding stuff in. And the fact he's just added so many things, and then like having, so also if you play on the custom maps, it actually changes the weapons parameters. So the RCP-90 goes from being like 80 shots to 50, what the original game's code was supposed to be. And it adds extra stuff like if you play on the new maps, the golden gun requires golden gun bullets, and also the gold PP7. Whereas in base, it's just the golden gun that requires golden bullets, and the PP7 uses normal pistol ammo. Also, this song's a banger. It's so good. Ooh, good shots. But yeah, it's really cool seeing the differences between the two big, what's it called, like bundle mods. He got a working elevator in GoldenEye. Like, that's unbelievably impressive. Like, that's unheard of. I'm also excited to finally get some of those GoldenEye maps done as well. And then I can also send you the updated file too for, what's it called? Courtyard, that's the name of it. I can send you like the updated thing for Courtyard and stuff too. Get it looking a bit more in line of like Perfect Dark. I was always sad this song wasn't available in base game multiplayer. It's such a good song. Also, if I take the sniper rifle out, since we're getting it a lot. Also, I think we're getting the ZMGs a lot too. I'd like to see some new weapons. I've never really played much GoldenEye multiplayer in a hot minute. I kind of got GoldenEyed out after doing so much stuff with it. Like doing all the mods last year and doing the tournaments and helping set up for like these tournaments and all kinds of other stuff. Kind of just like, I just needed a little bit of a break. Because like even if I was doing it constantly for Perfect Dark 2, I think I would have definitely needed a breather. Despite Perfect Dark being my favorite game of all time, I do just need breaks between playing games. But Let's see. Oops. Huh, Aztec. Oh, and a Clob. You know, I'll keep it. Clob off. But yeah, it's been nice kind of working on touching up those maps because it's not entirely like full-on gameplay mods or anything like that. And I still get to like have fun doing like artistic stuff with it. Ooh, an RCP-90 versus a Clob is going to be a little diabolical. Understandable. Huh. Okay, so this is back zones. I think this is a level that comes from GoldenEye X, right? Like, I know all of them come from GoldenEye X, but I didn't know if there was specifically a front zone as well. Because I think X only has the back zone. This back zone's always a fun level. The GoldenEye XBLA version also has Aztec as a back zone too, but it adds but it adds some extra crates and stuff. Wow, he actually has the whole thing cut off here. Interesting. Cool, I didn't know he actually, like, that whole segment off. He probably just has, like a model over it or something like that, like an extra piece of geometry like he does with, Complex for GoldenEye and adding back, Perfect Dark's bridge to it. But that's cool. A dream of mine one day would be making a Perfect Dark level in Doom. I think that would be a genuinely really fun project to do. Uh-oh, I'm dead. There we go. Labyrinth. Ooh. I only got one shot off me on that. Yeah, damage for this is insane. Yeah, for me, I used to do Doom modding. Actually, funny enough, I got my interest for modding GoldenEye through Doom. And then I just kind of started working on that full time. Usually I'm not a person that sticks to one thing. I can't stand to just stick to one thing over and over. Like, it makes me itch. Like, I have to be playing and, like, experiencing new things. So the fact I spent so much time working on, like, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark stuff for a whole year is, like, shocking for me. Last year ended up being my most new games played out of any year. Merc the Lurk. Welcome back, Merc. The big games I always go back to, though, is Doom, Perfect Dark, Tony Hawk Pro Skater series, and like Donkey Kong 64, and maybe like Ratchet and Clank. But Ratchet and Clank doesn't really have any substantial mods for it. It's got randomizers, but that's about it. Ooh, I wonder if this is Basement or if this is Library. Basement's such a good map. Ooh, this is Grand Library again. Okay, let's go to a new map. Oh wait, let's get our multiplayer. Was it testbed for Perfect Dark developers? Nope, it's Ravine. It's the first one that's in the code. That's why it's got so many different things to it, like the wide hallways, the shoot-throwable terrain, the ooh shit. Also, I've already played this map. Bunker, the elevators and everything like that. It's essentially where they do like all their tests and stuff. And then there may be other levels that they did also do some testing with, but Ravine is the first one that shows up in the code. I think it's their third level they actually worked on too. I don't remember. I think it's Chicago, and then I think Area 51 in the code, and then it is the Ravine map. The last map I think they made was Villa, I think? Or it was G5, or no, it's called Grid. Grid was changed very late into development. But I think it was possibly Grid was the last level. For the last unique single-player level, it was Deep Sea. They really put their all into Deep Sea, and you could tell that they had like plenty of development time in it. You know what's really funny? People's most hated maps for the game were all made at the same time. So you got like sewers, ruins, and car park. They were all made at the same time. And then they bring out the banger. They were like reserving their points to redeem Villa. Villa comes after all that. And like, coming from me personally, I am fine with those maps, but I know they are usually the universal like 3 most hated maps. But it's funny that they did all that and then they made Villa. Ooh, shit, I'm looking at chat. Go multiplayer because of it being included late in the list in PG. Yeah. And then also like extra texture assets and stuff like that in the code and everything too. I'll be taking that. I forgot they could see through it. I'm so used to GoldenEye's. Like, I'm safe in here. I'm safe inside my mind. That's a good question. I gotta remember where exactly they have them. I think they're all grouped together. They're definitely not the early on, though. I think it was decided a bit later into the development that they were like, hey, let's bring them back. I personally love all the redesigns for the Perfect Dark classic maps. I love the fact that Felicity adds a... Oh shit, I need to go to get the bathroom. I love the fact that Felicity adds that extra little vent that you can drop down in. That's really cool. I really love the fact that Temple just feels more interesting. I like that it's more groovier and it just looks better. And I love the fact that Complexes has like the extra bridge and a spot you can climb up in and everything like that. Like base Complex is really cool too, but it's just like that nice little cherry on top. Now let's see what we get. Ooh, Pelagic 2. Alright, I'm getting tired of this, the Falcon 2s. We're getting them a lot. I haven't seen the Molar once. Get rid of that, because I know that's going to be next. We've seen the Reaper, Sniper Rifle. Remove the laser. Seen the ZZT a lot. Seen the RCP-45 a lot. Let's just reduce it down to just base Falcon 2. Actually, you know what? Let's do base Falcon 2. Yeah, just base Falcon 2. Like weapons. Random. Hey, there we go. Mauler. That's what I'm looking for. Changes they made with Complex, both visual and layout, really improves the map. Yeah, I know people are very decisive. on the aesthetic look of Complex, but I like that it's just kind of like easier on the eyes. I think it's a very strikingly cool map for GoldenEye, but I do like the changes. It is kind of funny that they didn't really put any effort into making Complex actually look like an apartment complex. I think that is very funny. Yeah, it's just Complex at this point. It's not even apartment complex, it's just Complex. You want the same weapons that show up in the random before the match so that you can either turn off auto random. Oh yeah, I figured so. But I figured this was just quicker. Suppose I get to see the dragon again, my beloved. I love the dragon. I think the dragon, honestly, is probably my favorite assault rifle. It's just such a fun weapon. So I'm gonna try to avoid doing the quick swap. I keep instinctively doing it, but I want to see the animations. I'm so used to doing it for speedruns and stuff all these years that I just do it without even thinking. Ooh, good shot off there. Just clicking random multiple times. Oh yeah. What I'd do is I'd hit the random button again to just do a full fresh random. Man, that was fast. Holy shit. Ooh, speaking of Complex. Cool to see that you actually added both versions of Complex. Oh my god. Damn, he dropped it right down into the corner, or the middle of the room. Wait, there's something up here, let me see. Oh wait, no. I think it's Perfect Dark Complex. That's very fair. I didn't fully think of that. It's kind of funny, the randomizer kind of picks a certain weapon to reuse over and over. This time it's the K7. When I was a kid, I would do the crouch, and I'd pretend like these are the cannons on like the ATSTs from Star Wars. I used to also do a fun little thing where I would play as like if I was just like a little tank. I wouldn't have like the small Joe on, but I'd have them almost like they're like I'm a little tank walking around, and I would give myself like a super shield or something like that. Because I love the way that I love the way the fact that like your weapons get lower. So I would just do stuff like that. Ooh. Shocked me. May as well not even have anything in my hands. DMC2. Yeah, same. I love the fact that like when you hold the knives, it looks like you're like a maniac running around. Just like running around with a knife in your hand like that, and then you're just holding nothing. There's also another graphical glitch. If you swap the fire modes of the throwing knives at a certain time, and you'll essentially be holding the tips and you'll swing with them. Shotgun's a little diabolical. I think there's a glitch in this too if you respawn quick enough without having your weapons reloaded. Yup, it doesn't fully reload your shotgun. That's one thing I hope one day gets fixed. But that's just that's not even like specific to this, that's just a PC port in general. That man flew. Now that I think about it, it remembers what, how much ammo is in your shotgun and your crossbow when you unequip it. Yeah, they could have absolutely done weapons saving how much ammo they had when you put them in your inventory. I think the shotgun reload thing is a side effect of it not working with the reload canceling in general. Oh, okay. We've already done this. May as well just start selecting the maps at this point too. Let's see, what could we do? Cliff Base is a wonderful map. It's one of my favorites ever made. Let's do that. Cliff-Base is such a cool map. It reminds me of like a bunch of levels from GoldenEye, kind of like crunched into one. Donkey Kong 64 actually has some multiplayer levels that are like this, where it's like the first 4 levels themes combined into one. They got like the facility bathrooms. Ooh, good shot. They got like the little caverns rooms, the little complex, or not complex, the little this almost dam looking area. I mean, here it kind of looks like bunker. But this is probably definitely one of my top 5 favorite custom multiplayer maps. It's so cool. Ooh, pulled that right out of her ass. Also, I love the fact the doors just open so quickly. Oh, good shit. But he came in, just looked at me, shot the can, and kept moving. Ooh. The Mauler is going to be such a weird weapon to make a video on, because the Mauler's damage like amplifies, like multiplies for each pellet, or not each pellet, each piece of ammo consumed. Ooh. I don't think what other favorite maps of mine are. Also, this area is really cool. I love this. I get the Uno reverse card now. I was thinking of doing a tier list video on these weapons one day, but just on like the aesthetic side. Because I know a lot of times you'll see tier lists and they're usually just like about damage stats or something like that. But I want to tackle doing like specifically like, oh, what I think about how the weapons look and stuff. That way it gives some weapons that are clearly not as great as others a fighting chance. Do some Citadel. I love Rex version of Citadel. It's so beautiful. What he did with this shading and stuff is like unbelievably beautiful. I love it. Yeah, exactly. Cause it's like, yeah, of course the Farsight's going to be S tier. Everyone knows it's going to be S tier. If you ever look at any video game magazine ever that said, or not magazine, ooh, gave me a bitch slap of a shot. If you ever look at any gaming article ever, it's always like, did you know like the Farsight's just like the best weapon ever? Like, there's nothing to compare. Wrap it up. And just like yeah, that's very fair, but it's like I'd like to know like what it's like. I don't know what's your favorite looking gun? What's your favorite looking and sounding? And then for me, I would probably have the shotgun being on like my top 5. Like I really, really love the way the shotgun looks. Sogan actually did a visual redesign for this map. Interesting. I figured it was wreck. Damn. That's actually really cool. Ooh, the AR-33, AR-34, I should say. I'm playing low FOV. Ooh, you're right there. I missed all those shots. Oh, I'll be taking that free ammo. Ooh, good shots from him. Got what I deserved. Like even this, like all this just looks so beautiful. Like look at that. That's so cool. Like it's so impressive what he was able to do with this. Major props to Sogan for that. He made a very silly test map look like an actual legitimate map. This redesign genuinely could be just a perfect dark map. And I wouldn't even question it. You could tell me, it's like, oh yeah, this is like, I don't know, Beat Challenge 31 or some shit, you get it. Like, okay, yeah, I see that. I think I hear my cat slamming into my door. You know what I'd love to see as a toggleable option one day as well? Having the Magnum fire as fast as the Sims, or have the Sims fire as slow as you do. One area on Citadel reminds me of part of Area 52 with the towers. Oh, I think I know what you're talking. Yep, I know what you're talking about. It's not here. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt. I'll be taking those. This, isn't it? Reminds me of the The little pyramids in the front and the giant one in the back area. This area is always really cool to me. I love this little area. But yeah, if I did a tier list for this, I would do an N64 guns, and then I would do one for XBLA. Because some of those guns that may not make top in my list... Oh shit, right. I don't have it random. Some of the guns that may not make the top of my list in the N64 version may in the XBLA version. Streets is a unique multiplayer level to GoldenEye X as well. Something funny is years and years ago, I had really wanted to play GoldenEye X for like the multiplayer and stuff like that. And I had a shitty college laptop. I barely could run anything. I actually got an old video somewhere of it. Streets, I think, was the only map that I could actually run without it eating like hot shit. Fun seeing the molars be in here. Yeah, same. I think the reason why, in case you don't know, Streets actually is mostly objects. It's not actually level. It's just an invisible level with geometry. And then these whole things, like these whole chunks, see where like they split here? They're actually objects. It's really cool. So I have to assume that could be why. But I don't know, that laptop like struggled to run Perfect Dark or GoldenEye like at all. I had smartphones and tablets from like 2013 that could run that shit better. Interesting. I've actually not ever tested that. Ooh, good shot from him. But yeah, that's really cool to learn. Cool having the bikes as the hover bikes as well. Building walls make a bullet glass hit sound effect. Interesting. Might be worth me checking it on not a not paintball. It probably doesn't help either that I have paintball on, so it's hard to kind of Hell. Ooh, ooh. Good counter to the bike. This could be a fun little multiplayer thing of driving around the Phoenixes or driving around the bikes as multiple players and then using either the explosives or the single shot to shoot at them. The short details are considered the least important. Oh yeah, agreed. We have to put our efforts towards getting that to work or implementing a new map or feature. I'd rather choose the latter. Yeah, same. I fully agree. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, sorry for yawn. Here's some of the bonus. I have played Valley in the past. It's a fun custom level. It doesn't really suit itself too well for multiplayer, sadly. Suburbs is pretty cool. Let's see. This is the specific runway from... This is Rex runway from GoldenEye X, I think. Same for Control. Fun fact, I think it's Control adds a extra room to it. Cradle front room, or not Cradle front room, Caverns front room adds a custom room to it. And then Bunker adds a custom room. I think there's like one other level or something like that that has extra things to it. Do Training Day. Training Day is pretty fun. Ooh, try those? Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, I think War Colors is the Conquer map, right? Or is this, this looks like Jet Force. I think this is Jet Force. Maybe? Okay, it is. Okay, now I recognize it, because it looks like, Halo map out here. That Farsight a lot. Very much Farsight next time. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's so much spacious view that you can get from this. Look at that. That's sick. I love that. Really, really tall map. I love to see more tall maps like this. Oh, this is definitely a map that's unfair for the Farsight. The Callisto's such a cool weapon. Ooh, dragon as well. Ooh, that hurt. Do game codes also show which weapons they created first? I believe so, yeah. But I think the specific coding for the weapons are a little funky. Because it shows some of the beta stuff way lower in the files. So there could have been a chance at some point they had like completely like changed around some of the weapons and stuff. But there's also 2 beta weapons in the files as well. Technically, like they have weapon stats, but they don't have much more than that. And that's the beta for the AR-34, and then a beta for the Reaper. There is a chance that's done. The only thing that I think they aren't is the fact that for GoldenEyes it's not either. GoldenEyes has them all in the order that they are created. Now to kind of note, some of the levels. Ooh, some of the levels. Themselves had been changed around. So, for example, Mayan SOS is, I believe, technically the 2nd level made. But I have a feeling that either that was either a test level that ended up getting turned into just a full special assignment, or it ended up getting shifted around. So the levels created are in order, but maybe the levels planned are changed different depending. But that being said, Mayan SOS also kind of just feels like a beta level almost. But I'll have to look. I think I still have my thing pulled up. It shows every weapon that was worked on. I think it does? I think so. So it definitely would check out. Let me see. Unfortunately, I had re-changed these around to be the order that you get them in Perfect Dark. So off the top, one hand, I don't have the original list. Yeah, pretty much. Just basically Data and Central stuff, if I recall, like the monitor. And then I think the only unique thing would be like that little wall piece. I think? The little wall piece where you go to activate the monitor. Oops, wrong map. So let me get rid of Farsight. There we go. This is a really cool map too. I really like this one. Ooh, good shots. Very visually striking map. I don't know if this is based off of any specific level or anything, but it's sick. Very much could be from Twine for all I know. Yeah, I ended up doing a fresh install the other day. I think it was like last week. Because I was showing off some of the stuff to Merc. But yeah, this is such a cool looking level. Funny to get the snowy themed music with the steel mill. But yeah, this is definitely up there for one of the best multiplayer maps, I think. One of the best custom ones. Very, very cool design. I don't even know what this comes from. I don't know if it's like a custom level or what. But whatever it is, it's genuinely like phenomenal. I could see this both being used as a multiplayer level or a single player level. Okay, so this was a multiplayer. Was this made exclusively for the PC port, or was this for GoldenEye? Because this feels a little advanced for GoldenEye's multiplayer. Just featuring Goldfinger. Okay, that checks out. Yeah, I never played really anything of their multiplayer. So a lot of the maps that have come from it, I've actually not seen until playing it on like Rex or this. Okay. I've never met them either. They've done a wonderful job with it though. Very visually striking, very fun to play on. And it's got a nice little combination of like these little extra rooms on the side that lets them stand out on them. I can remember what room has what. You don't really see any... Oh yeah, fully agreed. You don't really see any, like, hot levels in GoldenEye or Perfect Dark like this. So it's really cool to see like a very visually striking map compared to the others. I think I did Maw first. Tunnels is Dam's Tunnels, I think. Let me do Rogue. I can't remember what Rogue is. I think this is also from GoldenEye X, or not GoldenEye X, my bad. I think this is also from Goldfinger. If I'm to guess off the top of my head. But this is also a really cool map. I love to see it have some more detail to it. But I think this is a really fun map. This is a map I could have seen me playing and like making my own like pretend missions. This is an Ares map. Oh my god. Holy shit. Yeah, this is sick. Oh my god, I can't believe Ares made this map. Yeah, I really can't believe it. There's no cavern doors. Ares really likes his big maps. You like that one, Merc? Hey, look at this, normal doors. What a bastard. I'm gonna kick his ass later. But when Ares makes his... Yeah, they open quick. It'll take 3 to 5 business days. When Ares makes his maps... Ain't no way! He really likes large maps. That's why we got like Grand Library, the Super Mario map, this one. I can't believe he never made this one. I don't think he's ever had us play on this one. I know a lot of his maps are really old. I don't think he was using Hammer for it, but he was using something at the time. These have to be like, what, 2007, I think? 2007 to 2009. Whereas I think the Super Mario map is his last made map. He's also working on a remake of that too. And he's also making a, I think, Grand Caverns or Grand Facility map. I think some very light wall and floor shading would benefit. Fully agreed. I genuinely think it would be so easy just to make it look like Perfect Dark's complex with just a proper tan verti shading. But, yeah, I definitely could see this having, like, a nice little bit of touch-up to it. They look really good. Oh, yeah, this is definitely an Ares map. He's got these big fuck-ass vents. I think he's got a map that's exclusively these vents, too. And I know, like, GoldenEye colors the original complex. That's funny. Ooh, he took that right from me. at Sly Dog. I can't believe he made more maps. He has a diabolical version of Cradle. You can actually jump down off of... He made it, what's it called? Like, geographically accurate Cradle. Where, like, there's a whole dome underneath, and then there's a whole mountain that you can run around and explore on the outside. And I am terrified to know how big that map actually is. It runs at 1 FPS on GoldenEye. It is diabolical. Oh, have you actually know that map? That Cradle one? It's diabolical. It's so big. Like, it just goes on forever. Like, the whole geometry just never ends. So I've done Mall, Steel Mill, played through Junkyard. Maybe I'll do Paradox. Have I done Paradox yet? Oh, Paradox is such a wonderful level. And first MagSec appearance. Paradox is such a cool mod or level. Very trippy. In the Rec Tournament edition, the skies are actually fully animated. And they change RGB effects like every few seconds. Like it's on a constant rainbow. What else next? Goldfinger. Have you ever seen how far those mountains go in the map? I don't think I have. Dude, that'd be so awesome to get like animated custom skies in the Perfect Dark all-in-one. It's so cool. It is unreal. Also, I love that you can see how the portaling actually is working like this, because you can see the blood spawn in and stuff. I'll be taking that. Ooh. Yeah, it's actually impressive that it works. Oh, I can imagine. I'm pretty sure it's probably spots that like completely loop over themselves that they probably struggle with. Ooh. Oh, let me see. Let me read this chat real quick. It'd be okay with the areas for the most part. I really want to work out how how to do this and make a liminal map for single player. That would be sick. That would be unbelievably cool. There's a visual issue with the pit in the middle that just recently been fixed. Interesting. I haven't updated that, uploaded an update yet. Possibly. I did re-download this about like a week or two ago, so you could have. I just missed it. Saw the visual issue in your gameplay. Yeah. It's that that big hole in the middle of the map. But yeah, being able to do something liminal like this would be fucking awesome. Dungran Library, got Rogue, Steel Mill, and then I still haven't. Wait, no. I think a junkyard. There we go. And then this is a GoldenEye X map, I think. Like these look like gold, or not GoldenEye X. Oh my god, I keep messing it up. Goldfinger. These look like Goldfinger assets. And all versions laid on top of each other, portaling. Kind of like, what's the map from Doom? Doom has one where it's just like portaling hell. It's quite literally like everything's on top of each other. But it's like, you would never know because how convoluted it is. Every time you go through a portal, you're in a different location. Any ammo box and such work correctly on Paradox was difficult. Oh yeah, I bet. Ooh, can I shoot through all of these? Ah, I shot through two. Yeah, myhouse.wad. That one's fucking sick. Myhouse.wad is one of the coolest Doom mods to ever exist. There's another one before that one, though, that had portaling. Dude, when you go through the mirror world, holy shit. I was like, oh my god, this is some funky shit. Because when I had played myhouse.wad, I didn't really know anything that was going on. I just knew, oh, it's cool. And that was kind of roughly what I knew. I didn't know the whole spooky aspect of it. I recently replayed through myhouse.wad and turned monsters off. Oh yeah, I can imagine. The map originally had a very dark sky in Goldfinger, and people often said that they wished it wasn't so dark. Okay. That's probably one of my biggest complaints for Goldfinger, is a lot of the levels are just way too dark. At least in the older versions. I don't know if there's been newer versions or not. But GoldenEye X to me is always, or not Goldfinger has always been just a bit too dark in the level design for me. Ooh, a little room. Even all these years later, it's still a fun environment to walk around in. Yeah. Goldfinger is such a stupidly impressive mod, especially for like, even nowadays. There we go, AR-34. Oh, that's sick. Is it through these? Oh my god. Damn. I have to assume it's through... Oh, it's through the cranes. Oh, shit. keep an eye out. Like these cranes? Oh, well. Alright, let me try to get to one. Nah, it's fun. Almost gives you like some semblance of cover in these very wide open maps. Interesting. I have to assume it's because the portaling was probably really funky with it. It's impressive how wide open this map is. For it to be a GoldenEye map. Oh no, not at all. This map would have been so rough on the N64. It's kind of fun sniping in this map. Details like trees I unfortunately didn't know how to bring over though. Ah, okay. What were they like, kind of like billboarded props, or, were they actual... Oh, okay, I think I know what you mean. It's, they're almost like 2D in a way. It's like it's just a flat kind of box up here that's like textured, kind of like a surface. What was the issue with it? Was it like transparency issues, or was it just too funky looking? Ooh, good shot. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. It's like it's fully in the background too. It's not like you're missing anything. So I think I got Charzazan's temple left, I believe. I think this is it. No, this is Banjo. Allfret Ruins. This is the Jet Force map. Yeah, this is very cool. The fact I can go on the under the water too and everything is nice. Apparently there's an issue where the waterfall acts like a shield. Interesting. That's funny. Like that you can climb up here. Ooh, nice. It's still cool to see it animated and everything. Yeah, I definitely like the fact that you're able to climb up stuff. Adds a bit more dynamic positioning in it. I think up here too, right? Yeah, notice that it's very like dark blue. I love the lighting though. Like it's so cool seeing it like being kind of like greenish yellow. It adds a lot more like color to the map. Maybe Raph can take a look sometime at the settings via his custom Blender add-on. Yeah, that'd be really sick. He'd probably definitely be able to. Ooh, nice. Yeah, very understandable. That's how I feel about like asking Wreck or Axedoomer for help with the GoldenEye mods. Like they already do so much. They already like take care of so many things and working on their own stuff. It's like I feel bad asking them. Especially there's some people in the community that can be very demanding. It's like I want this thing out now, or it's just like they expect you to do it. It's just like, so I definitely feel bad reaching out because of the fact that some people have to deal with stuff like that. Oh, I took my dragon before I could throw it. sort of thing must be currently be edited via the source code. Yeah. And he's really the only one that edits it too, I think, right? I think I'm gonna do one more. I think I'm gonna leave it off on a classic. Just trying to think which one I want to do. Oh, that's fair. You know what? I'm gonna do caves. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have change type. There we go. Oh, I've not done Chicago. I could actually do that one afterwards. Set it for 15. There we go. I can do one more with Chicago after this. Let's see what we get. Ooh, shotgun. That's a fun start. Oh shit. I don't have them on teams. There we go. Some pistols so far. Ooh, the boys. Oh yeah, it's completely fucked. Got one of them. Yeah, their melee range is unbelievably nutty. I don't know how they thought that was fair. That would be cool to have that as also like a toggle. Because that and the sped up revolver shooting on top of a lot of other factors they have is just very unfair. Ooh, good shot from him. Good hit. I don't even know if that dragon went off. Very scary they can toss this shit. If your behavior changes like that, I think there'd be... Where would you put it in a setting? You could just have like AI setting. Kind of similar how you have like the start drugged and stuff, or not start armed and stuff like that. Because if people are already willing to make a preset, like save a set, they would be willing to go to the extra mile and go to the extra menu. And that way you could have a lot more things too. It's like you could have it where it's like even they can't be drugged or something like that. Just a bunch of options. That's funny. I wonder if it'd be worth having anywhere in the menus that lets you know, like a big visual, almost like a yellow tape, or like yellow paint in modern video games. Like, hey, did you know there's more settings? I feel like I'm playing some classic zombies with this. Yeah, that could be useful. I love the reload for the CMP 150. It's so good. Okay, let's do some Chicago, and then I'll call it there. Let me do... I feel like this would be too many. I could try doing Fist Sims for this. Though since that would be source code related, I'm hesitant to ask anyone. What you could always do is you could always make like a Google Sheet or something that just lists like known issues or bugs, and then known requests, and then whenever somebody wants to take a look at it, they could. I think that could be very useful. I have something similar for some of my GoldenEye mods. And it's helped wonders, because that way it's like if somebody really is interested in helping out with something, they can just look at that and be like, oh, I see there's this that could be used, or this could be something that's implemented. So I definitely think something like that would be very, very beneficial. Oh, the S-eating room. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Ooh! How'd they leave? They leave me alone? What's going on? Wait, oh! But yeah, having something like that is definitely really, really helpful. At least for me. Because I also kind of struggle to, like, to ask for stuff. Or, like, ask for help and stuff. When it comes to that. I want that gun anyway. Ooh! Sucker threw that at me. No, get off me. Oh, Max makes a return. Oh, you bastard. Oh, shit. Oh, so let me check this real quick. I know recently Beyond Dark has been experimenting on adding new features to Perfect Dark. So the way he's implementing stuff isn't simple to bring over to mainline port. Unfortunately, would need to be implemented properly and ensure the new features didn't break. That's fair. Beyond Sith, not Beyond Dark. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Stay back. Oh, how dare you come near me. Unless that dragon... I think the dragon just got absorbed into the world. Oops. Perfectly safe inside my mind. Huh. Beyond Synth made a channel on YouTube called Perfect Dark Renaissance. Interesting. Get walked to death. Which is working off the all-in-one mod. Interesting. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I haven't checked out never mind. I haven't checked out the lower area. Is that the guy who is doing the modern features, like where you can aim down sights and move at the same time and stuff like that? And like there's crouch, like toggle, crouch against walls and stuff? Okay. There's something else I'll share with you later. That's really, really cool. That's being worked on. For the PC port. Oh, I was hoping it'd show up. I'd actually meant to send it to you the other day. I think they're all just stuck here. I think oh, scared me. I could have shot you. You gotta do some performing. She is acting her age. Oh shit. No, I don't want the shotgun. Well, I didn't want any of those guns, apparently. Whew. Where y'all hiding? He was just chilling there. I think he was on smoke break. Well, now it looks like they're downstairs. It also looks like they're in here. Stay back. This would be a really fun level on a COD Zombies map. The more I play with the Fisted Sims. I don't know if that dragon is. Yep, there it is. Ooh! Got me with a bitch slap. Turned my head right around. No, no. Ooh, got me. I wasn't being cautious enough there. How many kills do I gotta go? Oh, 4 more. Technically 5. Yeah, he did. That's gonna be really sick. Oh shit, really? So it was only really like 1,000 textures? Like roughly around 1,000. Interesting. That's sick now that there can be more. Because that means more unique maps could be added in as well. Game uses hex, so it's more than 1,000 textures. Yeah. That's interesting to know, though. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how far this will come between, like, everything going on with the PC port in general to the all-in-one mod and just everything around Perfect Dark. It's been a wonderful year, and it's going to be a even better year, or an even better one as it goes on. But yeah, I appreciate you for taking the time to chat. I appreciate everything you and the crew have done, making this all-in-one mod and promoting it as much as you can, getting it out there. It's a genuine treat to be able to play through a shit ton of levels and having a bunch of really cool settings to mess with. So, thank you once again for chatting and everything. And once the update is out for this, I'll also be playing it again as well, because I'm really excited for the new stuff being added. That shit's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, I appreciate you and everyone as always, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And y'all take care. Bye-bye.